Hey everyone, I'm NornQueenAlexis and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to explain what miracle dice are, as well as go over some of the brand new Sister of Battle stuff. We got a bunch of stuff that just got released. In fact, we got something that completely contradicted my last video, and I do apologize about that, so I'm going to make an apology right now. I was wrong about the beginning of next month not having sisters. That was my bad. Oopsie daisy. Let's get over it. Anyway. First part of this video, I do want to go over the mechanic known as miracle dice, the faith system, and the sacred rites. And then I want to go over the Beyond the Box, which I think is absolutely fantastic. And it does showcase quite a lot of stuff. Is that a dude? Odd. Hey, they gave her boobs. Anyway, sorry. Okay, so what the hell are the Acts of Faith? Okay, so in earlier editions, Acts of Faith were, this edition, Acts of Faith were really good, then made really bad, then mediocre, now they're this. Okay? Okay, so I'm glad that we are caught up with all of that. The original Index ones weren't actually bad. They were pretty good. I really enjoyed them. Especially Celestine's. Like, she just got to do one. So, I really like that. Acts of Faith. The Adeptus sororitas are renowned for performing feats on the battlefields that appear nothing short of miraculous. The thing is, these are miracles. Anyway, in our unboxing of the sisters, we mentioned 12 miracle dice. In that video, I did purposely skip the 12 miracle dice. I also thought they looked really stupid. Because they were just plain dice. Like, I'm going to get customized dice for this. Like, I have to get special sororitas dice. I'll probably go to a third-party company and just find them really quickly and just... Anyway. So, these are how you do your Acts of Faith now. It's very similar to the Tzeentch thing from Age of Sigmar. In fact, it's exactly that. Okay, so you gain 1 miracle dice at the beginning of each battle round. Now, I think that does include yours and your opponent, so keep that in mind. And you gain 1 at the end of each phase if one or more of the following conditions are met. Well, it's battle round. Each battle round. So yeah, it's only 1. It's not player turn. Battle round is both turns. Player round is 1 turn. Okay, so you only gain 1 per both turns. Okay? And then you gain 1 at the end of each phase if one of these conditions was met. So this can be hit on both players' turns, just so you know. Vengeance. A unit in your army with an Act of Faith ability destroys an enemy unit. Again, this can be both during your turn and your opponent's. So your first turn, when your repressors run up and blow something to Kingdom Come, you get a point for doing that. This actually makes it seem like Sisters of Battle are going to try to sweep their opponent's army as quickly as possible. And if they're winning, they're going to keep winning really hard. Okay, so that's kind of cool. I like that. But it also means that if we start losing, we're losing really hard too. So not really a balancing act. More like a let's hope and pray that we start destroying stuff. Sacrifice. A character unit from your army with the Act of Faith ability is destroyed. Well, that's not hard considering the average sister list brings about 6 characters. So we have 2 canonesses, Celestine, all of which have Acts of Faith. If you take the hobo with a shotgun, he has an Act of Faith. I think he has the Act of Faith ability. I could be wrong about him, so we're not going to include him. You have your Hospitaller, your 2 Dialogruses, your Magifier. So yeah, you have 6 right off the bat. Keep in mind, I'm talking about the Index and Magifier and not the current one. So yeah, that one is going to be Warhammer Legend, which also hasn't been talked about in a while. So I don't know what they're going to do there. Okay. Sacrifice just pretty much gains you miracle dice if you're losing. Purity. Psychic power is resisted by a unit from your army with the Act of Faith ability without performing an Act of Faith to do so. So with this, we know that there is an Act of Faith to negate psychic abilities. Okay? But it's still a d6 chance to negate a smite on a 5. Or maybe some psychic power on a 4. And it's ridiculous. So purity, simply put, you're not getting. Okay? Sorry. My phone is like freaking out in the corner. I don't know why. Valor. You roll an unmodified 1 for a morale test taken for a unit with the Act of Faith ability, without performing the Act of Faith to do so. So now we know that an Act of Faith can be used to pass morale, which we already had. We already had those. Let me take this off. So now it's starting to get warm in here. So Valor is pretty cool because you always take morale tests, even if you can't possibly fail them. So if you lose like one sister out of a 5-woman squad, you just roll, and on a 1, you happen to just get a miracle dice. So I think that's really cool. I'm really hoping they get in They Shall Know No Fear, but obviously they're not going to, because GW doesn't like giving anything for the Space Marines to the sisters for some reason. I still don't know why, but they just don't. Like the Bolter Beta rules and everything like that, they really should give them to the sisters, considering the sisters are raised since like 6 years old to use their bolters, but I digress. So the only really reliable ones that you're going to get is Vengeance. And maybe, nope, just Vengeance and the traditional 1 per turn. So you're probably going to get 2 miracle dice a turn, maybe 3. Probably 3 each battle round. Makes sense. Destroying 2 units isn't impossible for the sisters. They have a lot of meltaguns. They have a lot of abilities that lets them sweep squads pretty quickly. They do have a problem hitting harder tanks, but I digress. So there is also no cap on this. So if you like clear your opponent's army, you're set. You're golden. Like if you just kill a bunch of things right off the bat, you are going to be golden. Now, Purity also doesn't say that so it says a sister with the Act of Faith ability, okay? But we know that we have a relic right now, currently, that might not be in the new book, so if it's changed, I apologize for this, and this is false information that I am feeding you, but if we do get the Brazier of Holy Fire, or the Brazier of Holy Fire, which is a 2d6 negate ability, that'll be perfect, because then we'll be able to get Purity like instantly on a canoness that's running up the field. There might also be an ability that gives your sisters the 2d6 without it being an Act of Faith. We'll have to see. Each time you're in a miracle dice, you roll and add it to your pool. So at first, I thought this was like you roll the dice and then you add the total to your pool, like a wound. So how I thought it was, and this is just me being silly, is I thought, well, I rolled a miracle dice, I got a 3. So my total is 3. And then I roll another miracle dice and I get a 5. So now my total is 8. And I'm like, no, it's just the actual die itself. When you roll a 3, you add the 3, the die itself, to your die pool, and you can use that die whenever you want for certain things, like a Melta needing a 6 to wound. You've rolled a miracle dice earlier in the phase, you got a 6, you use it. Now, the ones for when you roll a 1, yeah, you kind of want to just spend a fate point and re-roll it, a command point and re-roll it, because you just don't want to keep those ones. And I know somebody's out there going to be like, but Alexis, you can use it for morale. I have yet to see a reason any Imperial army in any way, shape, or form would want to go above the minimum unit requirement, because min squads max out special weapons. I'm sorry, they do. The only time that I take a bigger squad is with my Dominions, and it's just to keep them alive with just a little bit longer. Okay. Also, there's the immolator with 2 heavy bolters. That's interesting. I didn't actually see the heavy bolter design just yet. So that's really cool. She still wants to speak to my manager. Anyway, that one still has it. Like, this one's face, okay, whatever. I can green stuff and fix up the nose. That one looks okay. That one looks terrible. That one looks terrible. She looks actually pretty good. The Seraphim look okay. Like, they look feminine. I'm okay with them. GW has always had problems sculpting female faces, but that's just me. Okay. Picture the scene. You just struck a high-value enemy target with an attack that inflicts d6 damage, and it has a 6 to wound. And it has 6 wounds left. You can use one of your command rerolls, or you can just take a miracle dice and just boop, get it. And boom, you're done. It's amazing. So I'm really liking the miracle dice system. Does it replace the Acts of Faith? No, it's not as good as the Acts of Faith. I really like the Acts of Faith. I think they're much better. I don't know if we're still going to get Acts of Faith on top of this, because it does seem like the Acts of Faith and the Miracle Pool are a bit different. Yeah. So I'm not sure how they're going to do this. And they're expanding the channel Acts of Faith. I still don't know how they're going to do this, but if this is the Acts of Faith, I'm kind of okay with it, but I do want my double attack. Like, I know that that's gone, but I really want my double attack, and I want it on my magnifier so that I can spread it out to everybody within 9 inches of her. Just saying. Or 6 inches of her. And then they do compare it to the Disciples of Tzeentch powers and everything of that nature. So it's cool to see that the Chaos God of Nerds has influenced the Sisters of Battle. We're not really going to get into that one. So the Sacred Rites are like chapter tactics. You have to have the full army as Adeptus Ministorum or Adeptus Sororitas. I'm going to tell you right now, take 3 Inquisitors with Sisters of Battle. You'll love me for it. The Inquisitors themselves don't actually get rid of these, which I think is really, 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 really helpful. Why is it red in here? I am so confused. Like, all of a sudden my camera decided to go red. So I'm just going to turn that one off and see what happens. I'm still red. I don't know. Sorry about that. But Sacred Rites are similar to that of chapter tactics. Everything in the army has to be Adeptus Sororitas or Adeptus Ministorum. If you take an Inquisitor in the detachment itself, the Inquisitor doesn't take up a slot. Also, the Inquisitor doesn't stop these abilities from working. Cool little side note there. Keep that in mind, okay, everyone? Keep that in mind. Also, Inquisitors add a ton of psychic negation to your army. And really good character killing. Just saying. I do want to do a video on the Inquisition. If you would like to see that, please tell me in the comments down below. And how I'm going to run them, because I am definitely running Inquisitors. Yeah, just saying. Okay. When the Sisters of Battle take to the battlefield, they do so having performed holy rituals to prepare themselves mentally and spiritually for the bloody task ahead. It's actually it's really cool. They do all their prayers and everything. I really love the sisterhood. I love the church, the ecclesiarchy of 40k. I think it's amazing. It's one of my favorite settings. It is the only setting that I actually consider grimdark. So keep that in mind. Sacred Rites offer powerful in-game advantages and earned by keeping the faith, otherwise known as fielding an army made exclusively of Adeptus Sororitas and Ministorum units. At the start of the battle, you can pick either one of 6 Sacred Rites. Now this is really cool because it doesn't force you to play like Martyred Lady or Bloody Rose. So those might have different abilities on their own. Sorry, I smacked my microphone. Those might have different abilities on their own that stack with this. We don't know yet. I'm not saying that they do, but I'm saying that that is a possibility. So you can either pick 1 or generate 2 at random. Personally, I like generating 2 at random, just because you get 2, and there's more than likely going to be abilities that set you on what you need. For instance, something similar to, this is the Canticles of the Omnissiah. Okay, but just once. I keep smacking things, and I do apologize. This is exactly like the Canticles of the Omnissiah, and I'm assuming there's going to be a guy, or in this case a woman, that allows you to either re-roll it, or choose a different one, or automatically get one plus a different one. So keep that in mind. That is a possibility coming out. Alright, so let's take a look at these. Spirit of the Martyr. When the model of the Sacred Rite is destroyed, roll a d6 before removing it from play. On a 5+, the model can shoot one of its ranged weapons as if it were your shooting phase, or make one attack with one of its melee weapons, as though it were the fight phase. So, the model has a damage table. You use the bottom row, which is a good thing that they actually included. This is actually really cool. I really like this one because it means that my Dominions if they fail to kill their target and they are just getting blown up, they have a chance of killing that target. It also means with basic battle sisters, they can chuck grenades. So yeah, it's the same thing as the, until FAQ'd, it's the same thing with, oh, what are they called? The Emperor's Children Noise Marines, the Cacophony Marines, or whatever they're called in 40k, where you just chuck a grenade each and every single time, just chuck a grenade. But it doesn't say you're snap firing, which I also really like, so you're just shooting as though you're normal. So that means that you're gaining all of your benefits from your rerolls and your act of faith, if there is an act of faith that affects your shooting for the entire battle round. So with the minions, you might actually, it might seem like you're sacrificing them, but you might be able to get those last 4 melta shots into 4 different targets and actually kill a bunch of different things. So keep that in mind. Or you might be able to do one last attack, but in all fairness, you want to keep an Inferno Pistol for this exact reason, because an Inferno Pistol is going to guarantee the kill. Oh, it's actually not going to guarantee the kill, but you know what I mean. I like my Inferno Pistols. Alright, so I view this one as extremely good. The Passion, when resolving an attack made with a melee weapon, model with this Sacred Rite, an unmodified hit roll of a 6 scores 1 additional hit. This is really good for Repentia. It might actually make them even more insane if they have a base of 2 attacks, +1 for Priest, and then +1 for Bloody Rose, if Bloody Rose still does this. And then each one of these has a chance of rolling a 6. Let's just say 1 in this case. You have 5 attacks. You double the amount of attacks, or 10 attacks. It's insane. From one freaking sister, you can get 10 attacks with a Repentia. Just saying, Repentia might be amazing. Maybe if you get to keep the Bloody Rose abilities, if the Preacher still affects them in the same way. Otherwise, you just take it from the Astra Militarum and just pull them in and be like, yeah, there we go. Boom, got them. But Repentia might be really good. I would suggest getting Raging Hero Repentia or some of the other third-party Repentia and throwing the horrid ones out in the garbage. The ones that they have in the box aren't terrible. They're just not good. Like, I'm going to cut off all of their heads and actually put female heads on them so that they look, you know, like women. Because they look like Ninja Turtles. Like, I'm not saying that they look like men or women. I'm saying they look like Ninja Turtles. They don't even look human. This Sacred Rite is really good if you max out for close combat. If you're taking Bloody Rose, you more than likely do want the Passion. Shield of Faith is your traditional, let's see, yeah, it's your 6+ invulnerable save from the Shield of Faith. This is the one that I'm going to go to, because if Celestine still mods the Shield of Faith, if the canoness still mods the Shield of Faith, this is always going to be the one that I go to, so my entire army has a 4-up info. In addition, one model in this unit can attempt to resist psychic power from your opponent's psychic phase, deny the witch, yada yada yada. This is the D6 negation. The second part of this ability is completely useless, but the first part, having the 6+ info save, is really, really, really good. We'll also have access to some wild and incredibly dangerous auxiliary units, such as Death Cult Assassins and Pendant Engines. What's more, these zealot abilities, making them more deadly ones. Huh. In addition to your tactical... Huh. Does that mean they get it too? I mean, they are Storm. They do get these. Penitent Engines with more attacks. I really like that. Okay. No, probably not, but just in case. Zealot. When resolving attacks made with melee weapons by a model in this unit, you can reroll the hit rolls and the model's unit chart. Let me try again, because I got tongue-tied on all of that. You can reroll the hit roll if that model's unit made a charge move, was charged, or performed a heroic intervention this turn. Okay, so if you actually rolled and got the Passion and Zealot, insane. Like, it is so good. Like, with the sisters, I would just pick up all the misses and just hope for more 6s. Like, good, we're good. We got a ton of hits. Arcoflagellants with this are insane. Arcoflagellants are actually insane. They're a little bit better than Repentia, just saying. But they're not sisters, and thus I don't like them. Also, these guys remind me of those things from the forest, which scare the ever-living out of me. Especially that one. That one is horrifying. That one looks like something out of Resident Evil that would run at me in the middle of the night, and then I would cry, because I am terrified of horror games. Meh. So that's pretty much all of this stuff. Personally, I think the one that I want to... Like, if it's just these 4, I'm definitely going to roll, but I think it's going to be 6 of them. So I definitely do want to still take the rolling, because none of them are really bad, but some of them are better than others, but there's no one that I would stick to, because each one has its tactical flexibility, which I really like. Like, if you roll the Passion, that's fine. It's good. It just means that you might go in and punch things a little bit harder. Shield of Faith, you have a 6+ info save. That's one I'm pretty much always going to try to go to if my army can be built around it. Zealot, ridiculous. I actually really like Zealot, because it means that you can run out of range of a canoness and still be effective. Spirit of the Martyr, it's really good. So all of these are really good. I'm really liking the miracle system. I do want to check it out just a bit more. I still hate that penitent engine. It still looks like garbage to me. Yeah. But the Repentia, these ones are warming up to me. I like these ones. Not the other ones that they showed, but these ones. Okay. So looking at the new stuff beyond the box. All right, let's take a look. This weekend, the Sisters of Battle army goes on pre-order, and the hype is huge. Yeah, you've built up to it for 2 years. In fact, a lot of people have lost interest, but okay. In fact, that we expect to sell very quickly. Yeah, because you can short print them. The best way to secure it is the Celebration launch box, yada, yada, yada. So essentially, they just want you to pre-order the box, and they're going to make them short print so that it's harder to get them. Or you can't get as many of them. I think we already got a few coming through the store, so I'm not terribly worried about getting an extra one. This is the Battle Army set is only the beginning. Designed to yada, yada, yada. So here's what's coming. So, as we can see over here, we have, I believe these are Celestians. I'd be really happy if these are Celestians. Also, I hate this thing right here. I hate that bald. I mean, the bald actually makes the most sense out of all the sisters, because logically you would not want to go into battle with hair. Hair can be grabbed. But when you have literal drapery hanging from you, it does not matter at all. Yeah. So we do see the 2 Arcoflagellants in the back, the 2 Penitent Engines in the back, and there's no real difference with them. A different pilot, maybe, I think I see, but we still don't have the flail from the one in the artwork. We do get to see a Exorcist with the heavy bolters, 3 heavy bolters. I think that's pretty decent for the Exorcist. The Immolator. Tripping over my words because my mouth is dry. So we potentially have the Dominions and the Celestians right up front, next to the Dialogus and this weird contraption right here that I absolutely love and is totally 40k. Like, this only fits in with the sisters because this is something that they would do. Next to it, we see an Exorcist with the Exorcist Flamers and a Heavy Bolter. I'm wondering if it can take a Heavy Flamer instead of the Heavy Bolter. I think that would be a cool choice for it. We have the Hospitaller in the back. I'm going to mod the hell out of mine to make it look very, very, very cool. We have the Dialogus right here, which I'm really excited about. You can't see my mouse, but it's, for some reason, I don't know why, but you can't really see my mouse. But the Dialogus is right in the middle of the picture itself. It's the center point of the picture. And I gotta say, she looks quite adorable and looks really, really, really good. I have no complaints about the Dialogus. I really like it. I'm glad to see that they took my criticism into the design and actually gave the sisters back their breastplate when they're holding heavy weapons. That was ridiculous that they took it away. I thought that was really, really, really stupid for a tabard. It's like, no, get that off of them. They're sisters. Give them armor. We have the Battle Sisters in back that we've seen 1,000 times. We have other Battle Sisters back here, including a new Sister Superior with, and if you look in the back, you can actually see a Condemner bolt gun, a Melt-A-Gun in that squad, a Heavy Bolter, and the Magnifier is sitting a little bit separate from it. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yep, the Magnifier is still in there. We also have a Cherub. I apologize. Sorry about that. But we do have a Cherub in the back. We have the Few Repentia. We have the Mistress of Repentance. I don't care what they try to call her. She's a Mistress of Repentance. The two... Let's see, what else is new here? We have the new Flamer, the new Sister Superior up front with the Power Sword. We have a Sister in the back with a Chain Sword and Condemner Bolt Gun. I can't exactly see the gun that she's holding, but I think it's a Combi Flamer up front. And then we have the Flamethrower and the Heavy Flamer, so that squad in the front is 3 Flamers. That's a pretty decent squad. Then over on the side we have a Storm Bolter, a Heavy Bolter, and just a regular bolter, but it has a scope on it. So I'm wondering if that one's unique or not. We have a couple of duplicate models in here. Actually, a lot of duplicates in here. If you keep looking throughout the Battle Sisters, the Magnifiers are both the same. The Simulacrum Imperialis, I think they're actually called, but the Magnifiers are the same. Let's see, what else do we have? We have a Power Sword, Plasma Pistol, Power Sword, Bolt Pistol in the back, but no sight of Inferno pistols on the Seraphim. So that actually makes me extremely worried that the Seraphim are going to be terrible, because Seraphim with just bolt pistols, even a Plasma Pistol and a Power Sword, are completely useless. Like, they can move quick, but they're completely useless. Like, there's no reason to take them if they don't have their 2 special pistols, which are the Hand Flamers and the Inferno. Other than that, we have the 2 Exorcists on the sides. Nothing really different about them, except we have one with the girl without the weird helmet. Then we have the one with the girl with the weird helmet. So it's cool to see that. We have a sister that's turned slightly the wrong way. Is there any mistakes in the models? Let's see if I can find any. Aside from their heads being pointed in weird directions, I don't think there's any real mistakes here. Back to this thing, it has a twin heavy flamethrower. I'm really hoping that this is a canoness superior. That would be insane, but it's probably not going to be. I would love it to be a canoness superior, because if you guys don't know, there's a few different types of canoness. There's canoness superior, which is essentially a chapter master. There's a canoness lieutenant, and then there's the canoness, oh my god, I forgot the third name, but I apologize. It's essentially your captain, your lieutenant, and your chapter master that they have. And they have this in the lore, and I think it's really cool. Also, we have a sister with a storm bolter right over there. So that squad, that second squad actually has 2 special weapons and no heavy weapon. I think that's really cool. Alright, let's take a look at the next picture. We got the Battle Sister. Oh my god, we have the classic biting the grenade stupid pose. I really, really, really like this pose of the girl on the far left. I think that's insane. Hey, I was right. It was a Combi Flamer. I don't like the bald girl with the flamer. The Cherub looks awesome. Everything else looks really good. I like the girl on the far left and the far right above me, actually. That girl looks like the one in the back. The one in the backpack with the bolter. She looks intense. I really like her. I like the Sister Superior and I like the Magnifier. I think those look really cool. And I'm digging the one at the far left. Far left from me. I don't know if it's far left from you. But the one all the way over there. At the corner. The one walking with the bolter. I think she looks insane. So I'm really liking these designs. Okay. I hate this one. I'm sorry, I hate the one with the grenade. So now we get to see this guy. Okay. Then we get to see this girl. She looks a bit depressed. She's holding her flamer. She's like, oh man. It's like she came out of a Linkin Park concert. Okay. And then we have this one. This one is my favorite. This one looks intense, looks very feminine, but at the same time very strong. And I absolutely am all over this model. This looks really, really, really insanely good. Oh, then we have one in Bloody Rose. She looks good. I like her. That looks really cool. I don't like that. That looks comical. I don't like the helmets with the visor up. Sorry, I don't. It is cool that she has a Stalker Bolter. If that is a Stalker Bolter. God, I hope that's a Stalker Bolter. That would be so cool if the sisters got those. But it's just a bolter with a scope. Okay, new champions. Oh, she has options! Yes, an Inferno Pistol! Okay, hang on, before I get there. We have the Hospitaller. She looks okay. This poor girl looks terrible. It's like me when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, wake me up. Wake me up inside. Sorry, I'll stop making those jokes. The Dialogist looks intense. I love this. This is great. This is exactly what I wanted in a Dialogist. I expected a cherub with it, but that's fine. Are they really bringing back the Magnifier? Yo, that is an intense banner. Wait, is that the actual Magnifier? The new Adeptus Roach's army adds new depth to the Sisters of Battle, beginning with classic units, back with all new the Dialogist and the Hospitaller, yada 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 yada. Yay! The Magnifier is back! Yes! Sorry, the Magnifier has always been my dirty little trick. I love the Magnifier. I've always taken the Magnifier. Oh my god, and she looks good, and I'm super happy about this. Yes, I could still feel my Magnifiers. So those ones are the Simulacrum Imperialis, or whatever they're called, and then we actually have the Magnifier. Oh my god, I am so happy. Now let's take a look at this canoness. Canoness Nick Fury right here. She got the Rod of Office, which is, there's the Brazier of Holy Fire. There's a Chainsword, maybe an Eviscerator. If this is really the Eviscerator, and oh my god, they took away the nipple tassel. They took away everything I didn't like! GW, do you listen to me? If you do, I love you. Because you literally took everything away that I didn't like. Oh, that is beast if you did. Oh my god, I take it back. I'm buying this canoness. Yo! The multi-part canoness. Oh, it's gonna be like $50 for this canoness, but I'm so gonna buy it. Oh, okay. The Brazier of Holy Fire is what is really like me right there. And the Plasma Pistol with a scope. Come on. The Inferno Pistol, the Chainsword. As long as she can get an Eviscerator. And she has a sword on her back, so she has the Power Sword on her back. And I love the Iron Halo. I love it. Okay, I'm digging this model. GW, you did good job. Ooh, oh, it's a named character. Okay. Oh, she's cute. I like her. Look at her little bowl cut. She is adorable. Little skeletons holding flamers. Okay, here's what the Sisters of Battle aren't just living saints like Celestine. Amongst their numbers are stories of the legendary as any Space Marine captain. Perhaps foremost among them is Junith. I'm not going to try to pronounce that last name. A canoness superior of the Order of a Martyred Lady. Ooh. You know, I actually wonder something. I wonder something. So, I have my 2nd edition or 3rd edition Sister of Battle Codex, which is probably the best Sister of Battle Codex ever written. This thing's amazing. Tons of stories, tons of cool characters, and I think she's actually in here. Let me see if I can find her rules. Hey look, Sacred Rites. Who would have guessed? So it is kind of cool to see what we might actually get. Because here's the litanies and everything, which I think is really cool. In here we also have the Staff of Belief, the Brazier of Holy Fire, Flail of Chastisement, Simulacrum Imperialis, the Blade of Admission, the Axe of Retribution, I hope that comes back, Medicia Ministorum, Purity Seals, Purity Seals are in here. I'm really hoping the Protectiva is in here, which is a 4+ invulnerable save. It's a Storm Shield with a 4+. But let's see if she actually has rules. See, canoness, veterans, sister superiors, which I think needs to come back, preachers, battle sister squads, seraphim squads. I really don't think they're going to bring this back, but sisters had cultists. Yeah, they had cultists. I love these things. By the way, rhinos, immolators, seraphim squad, Saint Praxidus, the Orphilia, of Ophilia. So here's a named canoness from this book. I really hope she's in there, but I think she's also Order of Unmurdered Lady. I'm not entirely sure. Let's see. She has a bunch of relics. Ballistic skill of 7, so ballistic skill of 2+. Strength and toughness. Strength 4, toughness 5, by the way, for a sister. Wounds 3, initiative 6, 4 attacks, leadership 10. 3+ armor save with a cover saving throw being 2+. Yeah, she's kind of crazy. Alright, but let's see if they have Helena in here, which is another character they need to bring back. They have the Hobo with a Shotgun, Jokobus. Everybody loves Hobo-chan. Redemptor Koronov, the Arch Confessor. And I don't think that she is in here. They have Hellfire, but yeah, no one else. Huh, I really thought she would have been in here. I may have missed her. Actually, wait, isn't Celestine in this book, too? Where's Celestine? Was this before Celestine? I think this book might have been right before. I think Celestine actually came out in a White Dwarf originally. Let's see. There's one saint. There's her. There's Jokobus. There's Redemptor. Then there's Cardinal. Yeah, Celestine's not in this book. I know her story starts in there, but yeah. Canoness Superior! They did do it! Oh my god! Thank you, GW, for actually being cool and listening to strictly me. I'm pretty sure that you're just looking for my approval, and you know what? You got it. You got my approval. I love you. And I'm going to buy this model. Because I think that is just so metal. Like, there is nothing not metal about this. Like, if this was in any other army, it would be silly. But in the Sisters or the Ministorum, it looks insane, and I love it. Yeah. Okay, so, what? Oh, wow, nice. This massive model is a gloriously over-the-top as the Sisters of Battle classic, like the Exorcist or the Penitent Engine. The floating pulpit with a massive Aquila. It's so silly, I love it. And skeletons holding heavy flamers at the bottom. Oh my god, I love it. I love this thing. I think this is terrific. I wonder what her weapons are, though. I wonder if she is just going to be an Buffmander with just a twin heavy flamer, or if she has certain other things with her. It would be cool if that was 2 braziers of holy fire, so she has even more flamethrowers, but I doubt that they're going to do that with them. And that's just the sample of what we got on the way for Sisters of Battle. We haven't even begun to look at the Retributors Seraphim. Seraphim? Are they making close combat Seraphim? If you do, I will give you a hug. Each and every single one of you. You will receive a hug. But I have had theories about what a close combat unit for Seraphim would be, and they would just have like a chainsword in one hand and a bolt pistol in the other, or a chainsword or a flail and a shield and the jump pack. The battle sanctum or the other data sheets in the codex. So they're not even saying the Celestians, the Dominions just yet. So we do have more new stuff on the way, which, yeah. All right, I'm excited again. Okay, you got me. You got me. This sister release has got me a little bit hyped. I'll give you a little hype. You got me a little hyped. But I really do, I love that they actually brought in the sisters, the canoness superior. That's honestly incredible, and she's in the Martyred Lady colors, so that means that the Sisters of the Martyred Lady have a canoness superior now, and more than likely canoness lieutenants, which is really cool because we will have rerolls to hit and wound. Yes. Okay. 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 I am good. I am quite happy with this, and I can't wait to see these girls come out. I am going to be buying third-party heads for a good chunk of them. That is still something that I'm going to do, mostly because I don't like some of these head options, and I want my sisters to look a little bit better. Also, you can't be part of Martyred Lady and be bald. That's weird. You can't dye your hair white and be purified. But this one's got me hyped. The Inferno Pistol Chainsword. Yep, just gonna say it. I'm excited. So, I want to hear your thoughts on all of this stuff. If you are as excited as I am, I want to hear your comments down below. What you think of these models. They do look still a little bit monopose. So there is that. That is my one gripe so far. Aside from some of the heads being, But aside from that, I want to know what you guys think about all of this stuff happening and going on with GW and the Sisterhood, and tell me what you intend to do with it. If you want to see me go through tactics videos for the Sororitas the second the Codex comes out, please let me know. I really, really, really love all the support you guys give me. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, I do have a Teespring so you can get cool shirts. I also have Patreon. Patreon goes a long way to help supporting the channel. Links in the description down below. As always, I'm NornQueenAlexis. I love you guys. Bye. Hey everyone, do you want a cool shirt? Be sure to check out my Teespring. Link is in the description down below.